The Trump hush money case. This controversy is more than a courtroom drama, it's a political earthquake with aftershocks that could reshape the U.S. political landscape. The scandal centers around accusations that former President Donald Trump violated campaign finance laws by orchestrating hush money payments to silence two women, adult film star Stormy Daniels and former Playboy model Karen McDougal. These payments, prosecutors allege, were made during the critical final weeks of the 2016 presidential campaign to suppress damaging stories about alleged affairs. Here's how the story unfolds. Trump's former lawyer, Michael Cohen, admitted to paying Daniels $130,000, which he claimed was later reimbursed by Trump. Additionally, it's alleged that the Trump campaign worked with the National Enquirer's publisher to purchase and bury McDougal's story, a practice known as catch and kill. Prosecutors argue that these actions were designed to influence the election's outcome, constituting a breach of campaign finance laws. If found guilty, Trump could face significant consequences, up to 5 years in prison and a fine of $250,000. But the stakes are far greater than personal penalties. A conviction could set a precedent for how campaign finance violations are handled in the future and send shockwaves through the political system. To understand the gravity of this case, let's look back at a similar scandal. In 2011, former Senator John Edwards faced charges for using campaign funds to cover up an extramarital affair. Edwards was acquitted, but the parallels between the cases highlight the legal tightrope Trump's defense must walk. Unlike Edwards, Trump's case involves a sitting president at the time of alleged reimbursement, which adds layers of complexity and controversy. Prosecutors will argue that the payments were deliberate efforts to sway voters by suppressing damaging information, a clear violation of laws meant to ensure fair elections. They are expected to present evidence that Trump was not only aware of but actively involved in the scheme. On the other hand, Trump's legal team will likely counter that the payments were personal expenses, unrelated to the campaign, and thus not subject to finance laws. Let's pause and consider the potential fallout. What happens if Trump is found guilty? For one, it could severely damage his political future. Jail time or a hefty fine would not only tarnish his legacy but also disrupt any plans for a political comeback. His supporters, however, might rally around him, framing the case as a politically motivated attack. On the flip side, an acquittal could embolden Trump and his base, fueling narratives of exoneration and victimization. Some analysts believe it could even pave the way for a 2024 campaign, reinvigorating his influence within the Republican Party. Beyond Trump, this case could have lasting effects on the integrity of American elections. A guilty verdict might prompt lawmakers to push for stricter campaign finance regulations, aiming to close loopholes and prevent future scandals. But critics warn that such reforms could lead to overreach, stifling legitimate political activities. Legal experts and politicians are divided. Legal scholar Amanda Reed suggests that this case is a litmus test for how seriously the judicial system takes campaign finance violations. If Trump is convicted, it sends a message that no one is above the law, she says. Conservative commentator Mark Daniels counters that the charges are politically motivated. This is a dangerous precedent. Weaponizing the legal system against political opponents undermines democracy, he warns. Meanwhile, moderate voices like Senator Lisa Montgomery urge caution. Regardless of the outcome, we must focus on restoring public trust in our electoral process, she states. The human element. Let's not forget the individuals at the center of this case. For Stormy Daniels and Karen McDougal, this isn't just about politics, it's about reclaiming their voices in a story dominated by powerful men. Their testimonies could play a pivotal role in the trial, adding a human dimension to a legal and political saga. As we await the court's decision, the nation holds its breath. Will this case mark a turning point in American politics, or will it fade into the annals of history as another scandal that failed to bring about meaningful change? No matter the outcome, one thing is certain, the Trump hush money case is a mirror reflecting the complexities, flaws, and strengths of our democracy. At Trending News Plus, we'll continue to bring you updates and insights as this story unfolds. Stay tuned, like, share, and join the conversation. Let us know, what do you think the implications of this case will be for Trump, his supporters, and the future of American politics? This is Trending News Plus, where the news is always trending.